Hello everyone, and welcome to another exciting interview by Financial Insight. We are currently on day 4 of the Africa Energy Forum, and with me is a representative from Petrodex, who are not only among the sponsors, but have had several engagements at this year's Africa Energy Forum. So he's going to tell me a little bit about himself, as well as Petrodex, as this is their first interview on the Financial Insight platforms. So stay tuned and find out more about Petrodex. Welcome back. As I'd indicated, I've got a representative from Petrodex, and his name is Ori. Ori, how are you doing?
Very good, and you?
I'm well. Ori, it's such a pleasure to finally get somebody from Petrodex to speak to us. We know that Petrodex has had a very, very busy 2026 edition of the Africa Energy Forum right here in Cape Town, South Africa. But before we get into it, are you able to just tell us, introduce yourself to our viewers, as well as what your role is at Petrodex, and give us an overview of what the company is all about?
Sure. Thanks a lot for having us. So I'm Aurélien Thomas, commercial manager at Petrodex, based in Dubai, but obviously traveling a lot around Africa. So Petrodex, we are a diversified energy trader or energy company. We are present all over Southern Africa and Western Africa. One of our biggest offices and biggest markets is obviously Zambia, but we are present as well in Mozambique, DRC, Zimbabwe, and expanding regularly in the region. So really Petrodex, the core of Petrodex is really to be a diversified energy entity. Not simply trading, but as well supporting new generation by investing, co-investing or supporting IPP and developer. We as well have an infrastructure arm, because we realized very quickly that moving electrons from point A to B is not enough. You need as well to support and strengthen infrastructure. So we have a real impact in the region by, again, not simply trading electron, generating electron, but as well moving electrons through infrastructure. So we're trying to be complete. We're trying to be supportive, not only to private players, but as well to government. We have a very good relationship, obviously, with most government, most national utility in the region. And we're trying to make a positive impact overall in the region.
Right. Now, Ori, this is very, very interesting, because you've touched on Petrodex also playing a part on the investment side to see electrons being delivered to grids through generation projects. This week, on the second day of the Africa Energy Forum, your company did sign an agreement. Are you able to just share with us the significance of the agreement and any details around it, especially with now the relationship that you will now have with the GEI through the power purchase agreement?
Most certainly. So again, what is important for us is not simply to just trade electron. We want to help generation. We know there's a need. There is a structural shortfall in the market in terms of generation. There's growth in the region, which will continue thanks to a lot of bold reform undertaken by country in the region. So there will be a need for new generation. So at Petrodex, we want to have a real impact and have helping those IPP, those generator. And the signing ceremony, as you mentioned, with GEI and EAO, was a proof of Petrodex commitment to the region, where we are working toward getting this project called Cooma in the southern region of Zambia up to COD to be able to feed new generation, new electron into the grid. So for us, it was a key moment. We are extremely honored to have been part of this signing ceremony with GEI, with EAO, but as well with Stanbic, which has been an incredible support. I think everybody can confirm that for the whole region, to help new generation come onto the grid. So that was key for us. That was extremely exciting. We're really proud and honored to have done that. And that is the first of many. There is a lot more in the pipeline. So hopefully there will be many more signing ceremony in the next few years.
Absolutely, absolutely. Oh, and obviously it does reinforce the commitment you have to countries such as Zambia, because now you have presence there as well. Correct?
Exactly. So Zambia is key to our presence in the region. We have been in Zambia for a long time. It was our first country. We have been there from the beginning, pretty much. It is key. We have one of the biggest offices in Lusaka. And it's a testament to the reform that the government has undertaken in Zambia, where they've been extremely supportive to private players like us. We're extremely thankful. We've been working very closely with the government, being regulators such as ERB and obviously ZESCO. And we are confident that we will be able to strengthen and make the whole network and the whole generation environment in Zambia much more resilient through, again, the support of the government, but as well from the support of a lot of private players, ourselves, but as well a lot of generator, a lot of IPP. So we are quite excited of the direction in which Zambia is going, and we're quite confident that there will be a strong support for the mining industry, but as well growth in other areas such as manufacturing and farming.
Absolutely. Now, it is the final day of Africa Energy Forum. You've had several meetings, several engagements. Are you able to sum up what your experience has been at this event and why it was so important for Petrodex to be a part of this and the next ones to come?
Most certainly. For us, AEF is key. We were here last year. We are going to be there next year again. It's extremely important to be here because that is where we can really showcase to, again, private players, but as well public entities, how we can support the whole region, not only Zambia, but as well DRC, Zimbabwe, and countries around the region. I think we've seen it this week. There is a lot of exciting projects in the region. And a lot of support, not only from government, but as well with bank. We've seen a lot of banking entity, and as well funds around here this week. So it is quite exciting. For us, it's key. This is key. AEF is really probably the most important event of the year for us. And we are quite excited as well because next year it will be in Dubai, where we have our base or holding company. So we will be present next year, and we're already quite excited about next year edition.
Absolutely. No, Ori, thank you so much for speaking to us.
Thank you very much for having me.
And we look forward to seeing you in Dubai and the next coming energy events that you'll be participating in.
Thank you very much.
Absolutely.
Appreciate it.
So there you have it. I have been speaking to Ori from Petrodex, who's shared with us what the company is all about, the big signing that they had this week, and their commitment to Zambia and the rest of the region. I've been your host for this particular conversation, taking place right here in Cape Town, South Africa, at the Africa Energy Forum 2026. So stay tuned for more insights as we continue to cover Petrodex on all our Financial Insight platforms. And as we always say at Financial Insight, get to know.